So we all know Jay-Z and Diddy are pretty close, but with Diddy now in the public spotlight for all the wrong reasons, Ice Cube has come out with some pretty shocking statements about the Carters.
A lot of you listening to me right here, right now, you're not part of the club either. And what I realized with the club is what makes them so mad is when you don't want to be a part of their club. That pisses them off. What club am I talking about? I'm talking about the club of gatekeepers. The important thing is, for me to go on these platforms, say what I feel about what I think. And, so people may get pissed off because I'm going to talk to everybody.
Diddy got his start in the music industry as an intern at a radio station around the same time as Jay-Z. One significant event early in his career was when he co-hosted a celebrity basketball game at City College of New York. Unfortunately, it ended tragically with a stampede that resulted in 9 deaths. The mayor at the time, David Dinkin, criticized Diddy for not ensuring experienced organizers were in charge, especially since tickets were oversold after some time at Uptown Records. Diddy founded Bad Boy Records in 1993. One of his earliest big hits was releasing Notorious Big's album Ready to Die. He also played a major role in launching the careers of artists like Foxy Brown, Faith Evans, and Mary J. Blige, but later Mark Curry spoke out about what really went down behind the scenes at Bad Boy Records.
I see these kind of things in his actions when I knew him or when I was around him. Did I see him have those bursts of violence? Just not on. He'd be like, he did it. You seen that? There was another video. He won some. He just over cocky. That's why he got fired from Uptown. He's over. What do you call someone who's overly confident? To the point to where it's called arrogance, right? He's arrogant. Nothing wrong with being arrogant, but when you're arrogant and you do it in spiteful ways, then so when I seen that and I reflect, and I'm like, man, I do remember seeing him be arrogant or being physically violent towards females. I seen him be physically violent towards producers, other record execs, even artists. Always those kind of stories, man. But those stories are seen from the inside out, not from the outside in. So it's just like sometimes you can tell, as a man, you be like, look, we're gonna need a fair one, or we're gonna do a one-on-one, a fair one-on-one, and we fight as men, so we can come to a resolution, right? So sometimes we fight as men, but you see that sometimes they fight. They keep fighting. They fight with women. They fight with people. They fight with love. They fight with themselves. I seen him fight with his own self. I seen him be violent to his own self. Forget anybody else. I seen him beat his own self up.
What you mean by that?
Meaning you putting yourself through so much stuff. You beating your own self up. You bring yourself down with whatever kind of things you need at that time, whether it be alcohol, whether it be pills, or whatever it is that you need. Sometimes people get addicted to pills, and when they get addicted to pills, that it alters the ego, all of that kind of stuff, the vices. I seen it all, man.
And you said that you seen him get physical with his own organ?
Meaning like producers, mainly the hitmen. Mainly the producers. And what I mean by physical, it'd be like sometimes it might be a physical fight between him and someone else. And you say, wow, you're fighting even with your own artists. You fight when you go home. You fighting with people in your office. You fighting with your girlfriend. You fighting with me. You just want to fight everybody, don't you? That's what, when you think of that name, that might be what he defines bad boy. It's really about that energy that he feels like what makes him. That's what makes him
Diddy became a major figure in the music scene, especially during the intense rivalry between the West Coast and East Coast in 90s hip-hop and gangster rap. This period marked a significant moment in the genre's history. The feud between Knight, founder of Death Row Records, and rapper Tupac Shakur ended tragically with the deaths of both Biggie and Tupac. Although Diddy was never directly implicated in these tragedies, rumors and conspiracy theories have swirled around the circumstances of their deaths. Despite the controversies, Diddy's career continued to thrive. Jaguar Wright offered an interesting viewpoint on Diddy's accomplishments.
Thinking to myself the other day, Uptown Records started by well, Heavy Diddy sound good, face down. Andre Terrell. Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that he died. It was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her body. They have poisons that create heart attacks and pneumonia-like symptoms. And then right after that, Al had a meeting, and I was going to meet up with him. You want to know what they all had in common, though? The survivors and the late of Uptown Records, they were all writing poetry. Andre was writing book right before he died. Heavy D was working on a book before he died. Kim Porter was working on a book before she died. And Al B. Sure was working on the documentary of his life. And has anything happened? He must be the luckiest mother, because it seems like everybody that worked at Uptown Records from the very beginning. Just him. I guess Al just seemed, you know, it's when you see this bullshit motherfucking game with people that you love, that you like, you know that too many coincidences.
Too many. You
honeycomb.
Nope. Stamp.
You gonna get you any little dog.
Diddy faced more controversy when he was accused of assault in the music video for Hate Me Now, which featured NS. A scene depicting them being crucified sparked outrage. Diddy, feeling it was disrespectful, wanted it removed, but the uncensored version leaked out. In response, Diddy and Nas took action against Interscope Records boss. Diddy eventually pleaded guilty to a lesser charge and was sentenced to a day of anger management. But that's not the only violent incident in Diddy's past. In a notorious event at a New York nightclub, a heated argument escalated into a shooting, injuring 3 people. Both Diddy and his then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez were arrested and faced charges related to violence and gun possession. While Lopez's charges were dropped, Diddy went to trial alleging racial bias in the justice system against black men. He was acquitted, but his protégé Shine was sentenced to 9 years in prison for his involvement, accusing Diddy of betrayal. Over time, more individuals have come forward to corroborate allegations against Diddy.
According to this woman, she says that she's been telling this story consistently for years, but there's been a cover-up. And if we've learned anything from the passing story and the recent allegations of other lawsuits, it seems as if Diddy has a pattern of threatening people and cover-ups. And she literally says that he has to end up paying her for that incident. Again, as always, these are allegations. I just want to play what she says for you. Because a lot of people say she's been saying the same story for a very long time. A lot of this has been covered up, and this is why the public doesn't know about the story.
Hey, how you doing? So, here today about this latest lawsuit with the P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Puffy, Sean, Puffy Holmes, whatever you want to call it. Lawsuit that has come out involving the producer Lil Rod. So basically, his last two lawsuits, or last two major lawsuits, the one with Cassie, she made mention that Puffy made her carry his guns into nightclubs and wherever they went, and he threatened her to make her feel like she had to do so. And while there were lots of things of importance, that stood out to me, and I'm going to tell you why. In this lawsuit with the producer Lil Rod, they were both SA'd by him and threatened and physically harmed. But in this lawsuit, he appears to be a very young producer to me. But he said something very specific. As a means of threatening him, Puffy said, that's why I shot up the club in New York back in 1999 and let Shine take the fall for it. Let me tell you why that's of utmost importance to me. Because I am the woman who he shot in the face in that 1999, December 27th, 1999, Club New York shooting. The bullet I got shot in my face with a 9mm hollow point bullet called a cocktail. I literally have told everyone and never changed what I said. I watched him. I got Puff out in the face. I watched him fire the gun. I've said it all this time. Even the surgeon who did my surgery to take out part of the bullet fragments that was aspirating into my lungs and try to remove as many bullet fragments as possible, testified in the criminal trial that while they were putting me under, I was screaming, Puffy, pew me in the face. He testified in the criminal trial. It is in the record. They all knew he did it. Everybody knew he did it. But he paid off the club bouncer named Sharice and all these other people and the club owners with their video to hide the video. That's his MO. I told everybody that. This man almost took my life, has traumatized my life, has caused undue harm, irreparable damage to my life, lied his behind off. I've had all these youngins on the internet asking me, swearing that I'm making it up that he did it. And look what he did to Lil Rod. He threatened him. Oh, you don't think I bust my gun? I shot up the club in Club New York and let Shine take the fall for it. I shot them people. Well. It only took 24 whole years for it to come out. You see this tattoo? This commemorates me getting shot. It took 24 years for him to come out and say it. I've been saying it all along. But y'all pick and choose who y'all want to believe. Oh, baby. You ain't seen nothing yet. Not only did he pew me in the face, he also set up a course of punishment against me for the past 24 years. When I tell you the things I went through, there was a time in 2017 and 2018 where I got 7 flats on my BMW. 7, the same time, in a 2-year span. 7. You see this RICO charge that's about to come? This conspiring and pew-pewing up the club and ruining or attempting to ruin my life. As God is my witness, I will not stop until you suffer every single iota of punishment, until I have every second of recompense that you took from me. For every tear that I had to cry, or my children had to cry, I am going to get $1 million back from you. I will not stop until you pay the price for what you did to my life. And for all you people out there on the internet and in cyberspace and in the far reaches of my life or the perimeters or wherever, who always like, she can say that to get some. Hell, what you got to say now? What you got to say now? I had some youngins on the internet that ain't even old enough, that weren't even alive when it happened, arguing me down, cussing me out, calling me everything but a child of God. Go check Instagram, it's there. Harassing my life. Asking me, oh, you lying, he didn't do that to you, you just want clout, you just chasing clout. What is that to chase clout about? How is that clout chase worthy? It doesn't even make sense. Well, I guess it will make sense in this new generation, but you better believe I will have my say.
Additionally, there have been allegations of an inappropriate influence by Diddy towards prominent figures in the industry. While Diddy is recognized for mentoring artists like Usher, there have been accusations of mistreatment towards him, as well as claims of inappropriate influence on Justin Bieber during their younger years. Reggie Wright is among those who hold this belief.
I believe that they see these stars' potentials in them, and they want, and a parent will do anything to blow their kids up. Aaliyah, mother, settled for publishing rights for allowing R. Kelly to do what he did to Aaliyah. Janet Jackson did it with the guy from I can't think of his name right now, but I think it was a group called Shalamore, like that. Did it with their family. She got her sister raising a kid, thinking that she's the mama. I'll get you this too. But those situations have been happening.
There's talk that Diddy hung out with Justin Bieber for about 48 hours when Justin was still a kid. This raises concerns because of Diddy's past involving teenage boys. Justin was only 15 back then, but there's video proof of Diddy giving him a Ferrari and saying he could drive it when he turned 16.
Slow down. Okay. Slow down. Okay? What's that song? Yeah. Keys is yours. You're 16. Here you go. Okay. Yeah. And then you get 18 in the house. Like a mansion. So where are we at? Where would you like to go? Wherever you want to go. So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I have been given custody of him. He signed to Usher. I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship with him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So we gonna go full crazy.
I'm taking this out tonight.
What you want to do in the next 48 hours?
48 hours. Let's go on.
There's speculation that these alleged actions might have been aimed at involving Justin in activities that weren't suitable for his age. It's important to stress that young celebrities need proper parental guidance and protection, especially when they could be in vulnerable situations. Reggie Wright had mixed feelings about the whole incident. He has generally gone on record to discuss Usher's ties and understanding of Diddy.
Weirdo. Telling y'all you weirdo. But now that it's out, everybody else can benefit from the story. But he ain't been telling y'all. One thing I give him credit for. He's been telling y'all. He ain't been saying no words like I just partially said. But dude, go come out. Usher, somebody gonna come out and tell y'all these stories, man. It's just a matter of time when they gonna come out about this shit. I told y'all about Will and Dwayne. Remember I told y'all about this over 6-7 years on Art the Dialogue. Y'all go and read those comments. I mean, yo, just making up.
Additionally, Diddy has faced accusations of assault and misconduct. While these allegations should be approached with caution, they add to the overall narrative surrounding Diddy's alleged behavior. Former colleagues and associates have also come forward accusing Diddy of inappropriate conduct and questioning his sexual orientation. It's crucial to treat these charges as allegations until solid evidence emerges. However, what's particularly troubling are claims suggesting Diddy's negative influence on figures like Justin Bieber and Usher. There's speculation that Usher's early association with Diddy may have had adverse effects, especially considering Usher's legal troubles and accusations of knowingly transmitting herpes. Similarly, Justin Bieber has publicly spoken about his struggles with addiction and breaking the law, which he attributes to his teenage years.
First time I smoked weed was in my backyard here. Got super stoned, and then I realized I liked it a lot. That's when my desire to smoke started, and then I started smoking for a while, and then started getting really dependent on it, and that's when I realized that I had to stop. I don't think it's bad, I just think for me it can be a dependency. But yeah, first time I smoked, I don't suggest it, but I was 13. Yeah, 13, 12, 13.
Was there anything that really concerned me? Yeah, I think maybe lean. Maybe drinking that. Can I say that?
There was a time where I was sipping lean, I was popping pills, I was doing Molly, shrooms, everything, and it was just an escape from me. I was just young, like everybody in the industry and people in the world who experiment and do, just normal growing up things. But my experience was in front of cameras, and I
think when you take somebody very, very young and they start to get horrible, crazy, crippling anxiety and it goes undiagnosed and you don't know what it is that you're feeling, you start to self-medicate because it makes you feel better. Just help you not to feel anything.
With all the success that we've had, we've also had some really turbulent times. We turned 18 and started bubbling a little bit. 19 to 21? That was probably that dark period.
We didn't speak a lot during the times where he was running amok. There were a few times where I saw him, and it just kind of hurt my heart seeing him the way he was, So I think I just kind of put a little distance with that for my own sake. It would just go without saying that my position on maybe the path he was going down, but at the same time, just letting him live his life and learn and, I don't know, just do his thing.
I know that Justin knows a good person from I don't even know if anyone was a bad person. It was just kids mostly. But knows good from bad and knows right from wrong, and he's making some wrong decisions, but I never really believed that person that the whole world hated so much was me.
Usher, on the other hand, has been groomed to be an R&B superstar since he was very young. In 2016, he told Howard that he truly understood what it meant to be famous after spending a year with Puff Daddy at the age of 14.
Moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a week.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp to learn
Flavor Camp?
Yeah, that's what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's
in the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgies nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you saying?
I went there to see the lights.
His one-of-a-kind education, known as Puffy Flavor Camp, began when a teenage Usher dazzled music mogul L.A. Reid with his musical ability. He was then transported to New York to live with Puffy during the peak of Bad Boy Records, where he learned what it took to truly succeed in music.
I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand.
Biggie Smalls was
there. Lil Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans.
And your
Jodeci,
parents were
Mary J.
okay?
Blige, they know nothing about this.
Oh.
I was having a good
His one-of-a-kind education, known as Puffy Flavor Camp, began when a teenage usher dazzled music mogul La Reed. With his musical ability, he was then transported to New York to live with Puffy during the peak of Bad Boy Records, where he learned what it took to truly succeed in music.
I remember some years ago, Cameron, he did an interview. He told a story about how he went to Diddy house with mates.
Yeah.
He called Go in the sea.
I think that was crazy. I think that was out of, and then May said that was punk. I think he said May said that was punk, but Mace was in the bathroom with it. I don't know what that was all about, man, but that was real weird to me. That's crazy.
But before we get off of that, like, I remember you told me a while ago that, you know, Mace, he used to live with you. He know a lot of stuff about Diddy that a lot of people don't know.
Man, there's a lot of stuff that Mace and Usher know that they ain't telling about Diddy. There's a lot of stuff that they know. Can you imagine, bro? Can you really imagine?
What you mean by Usher?
Usher used to stay with Diddy too, when he was young.
Even Gene Deal admitted that both Usher and Mace were aware of several of Diddy's secrets. It's no surprise that both Jay-Z and Diddy are now getting reckoning for their alleged crimes. That's all for the video, folks. Thanks for watching Celebrity Spill.